Hi guys, welcome to my tutorial. Today I will show you how to prep Air Force Ones to be painted on, so let's jump right in. First, you're going to want to make sure that you have a cloth of some sort. You can also use cotton balls, and you're going to need acetone or nail polish remover along with tape. All three of these things can be found at the dollar store. So we're going to start by taking out our shoelaces. It sounds like a funny step to note, but basically if you don't want to get paint on it, you don't want to leave it in your shoe, especially because shoelaces, if you want to leave them white, you can't take the chance that a piece of paint might drip on them. So just go ahead and take them out. It's also a lot easier to tape over that section when there's not any shoelaces inside of the shoe. Alright, so fun fact, every single Air Force One is completed with a factory finish. All Air Force Ones are painted white, so the factory finish keeps the white paint from peeling off, flaking off, whatever you want to call it. So basically, in order to even get your paint to stick to these Air Force Ones, you have to take the factory finish off, and that's what the acetone is for. In some places, they use a deglazer. It costs a lot more, but I can go to Dollar Tree and get acetone for $1, so it works for me. You just have to make sure that you don't scrub so hard or repetitively in the same spot, because acetone is so strong. If I mess up, I use acetone to fix the mistake. So acetone will rub the white paint off of your Air Force Ones. So I don't recommend scrubbing very, very hard, but with use, it gets a lot easier to use. So I would recommend using acetone or some sort of nail polish remover. So for this next part, I'm going to go ahead and take my tape and I'm just going to put it slightly over the line between where the sole meets the actual part of the shoe. I'm being kind of picky in this video, but really it doesn't matter as long as the tape goes over the line of the sole. I want to make sure that it goes over because I'm going to cut it to make sure that all of the paint and everything won't be able to seep through any air bubbles or anything, and it'll stay really, really tight. For the purpose of these customs, I don't need to cover the other parts of the shoe, but say like that back part back there where it says Nike Air, if you didn't want to get paint on that, just like how I'm doing the tape over the sole, you would just put tape over that area and then use an X-Acto knife to cut it so that it's pretty precise and really crisp. You could also do that with the Nike sign or the tongue of the shoe and other areas. So I'm just going to make sure that it's all around there really nice and tight. You can see I kind of emphasized the line above the sole so I know where to cut. But I also want to make sure that everything is really nice and tight so nothing can seep through. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and start to cut along the line where the sole is. I use this method rather than the method where I take tape and line it up exactly with the edge of the sole, because I just had too many problems with air bubbles, like paint seeping through, and it would just be a mess. The whole point of prep is to save you from doing a lot of cleanup in the end. So if you do your prep right, it'll save you a lot of time towards the end. But after you cut this tape, you really just want to go ahead and peel it off, and then your shoe will be ready to be customized after you tape off all of the sections that don't need to get any paint on them. Being kind of stubborn. Make sure you get all of the little pieces off and go ahead, run your finger along that line one more time so that everything sticks down and there's no air bubbles and you're good to go.